Hey, what's up, YouTube? I am gonna get Facebook views at the last one as far as like audio goes. I will wait for that. All right, Facebook. It looks like we have Facebook Live is on. We are gonna wait a couple of minutes, probably like 2 or 3 minutes. Just get more people inside the chat, inside the stream. Facebook, how's the audio? Oh, testing 1, 2. All right, my microphone's working. Sweet. All right, we're gonna start in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right. Welcome back to Front and Center episode number 4. I am your host, Delasso Garibay. We are here at Wrestle Club, and I'm going to be recapping what happened in our last event. Our last event was October 10th, natural selection. And natural selection, the very first matchup we had, the Tree City Giant, James Grimm, taking on the Voodoo Priest, Damian Black, one half of Project Mayhem, and one half of the tag team champion here at Wrestle Club. Damian Black, as we saw in the matchup, he had an actual sleeper on James Grimm, and he actually turned James Grimm around into a head scissors and actually took off the belt of James Grimm and tied his hands behind his back. And then he would get the pinfall from the 1, 2, 3. Referee sign guy all the way from Washington did not see that at all. So unfortunately, Damian Black was victorious in that matchup at natural selection, just bringing down the Tree City Giant, even though he did cheat it. And then later on, after that matchup, we saw the Outlaw get in the face of my tag team partner, Damian Black. And I put the Outlaw in a very stretch, and that gave an opening for Damian Black to use that tag team belt and just completely clocked James Grimm right in the temple. And it's to my understanding that James Grimm is out for at least 3 weeks minimum. So he is going to be missing the next event at Day of the Dead. So James Grimm, unfortunately, is unable to compete. He will not be at Day of the Dead. And we saw later in that matchup, I put a gory bomb onto the Wrecking Crew trying to get that payback from 100. Next matchup, we saw a tag team match. Early on in the events, we saw Marcus King Anderson come out and said that he accepted the apology of Big John Henry, and he was going to tag for the very first time with Big John. So now we have King Marcus Anderson teaming up with Big John Henry. It seems that they had their differences put aside, and they took on the Potato Bowl champion, Cali's Best, Jay Cruz, and the Wolfman, Rick Knight. And in that matchup, a very first for wrestling. We've never really seen Marcus Anderson and Big John Henry do just a tag itself. We've never seen Jay Cruz tag with Rick Knight. So a really good matchup, really good, solid booking by Dr. Steve. But in the matchup itself, at the end, we saw Marcus Anderson just completely begging for a tag out. And Big John Henry was not tagging in whatsoever. He clearly could have tagged Marcus King Anderson. And Jay Cruz saw this. Jay Cruz is a tag team partner of Marcus Anderson, a tag team known as Royal Aces. Jay Cruz called out Big John, but we saw Big John leaving the ring once again. He left at 100. He had the tag team belt. He left the match. And then at Natural Selection, he decides to leave the match again. Rick Knight saw the isolation, tagged in Jay Cruz. Rick Knight hit that sky high. Goodbye, King Marcus Anderson. Victorious for this one was Rick Knight and Potato Bowl champion, Cali's Best, Jay Cruz. Quite the matchup, very first for Wrestle Club. And like again, really good booking by Dr. Steve. Main event was a non-title matchup. I actually issued the challenge to the Outlaw Rusty Livings. The Outlaw Rusty Livings, it came down to, I knew it was going to come down to one mistake. And unfortunately, I did counter his jailbreak, and he countered my servant splash at the last second. And I didn't think he was going to go for a roll-up pin. But he pulled out a very basic move and got the clean victory off of me. But he would have to pay the price for that victory. And that price, we saw a flat line on the tag team championship belts. And I'm here to say, unfortunately, the Outlaw Rusty Livings will also be unable to compete at Day of the Dead. He is out for a month. So the next time we see him will probably be in November if he gets clear. And unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. I was looking for payback. I was looking for those nails in my back, and I think I put that nail in the coffin in the Outlaw Rusty Livings. He is out for a month. And that leads us to our future event, which is October 24th at 2 p.m. It's set to go for 2 hours. So you're looking at 4 p.m. It is a Day of the Dead. It's going to be Halloween themed. So I'm thinking I'm not sure who I'm going to be this year. I might be Nightwolf again. I'm thinking leaning towards Sugar Skull, but kind of wait and see. I haven't made my decision just yet. But Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, one match that has been announced is King Marcus Anderson is going to be taking on Rick Knight. King Marcus Anderson says that Rick Knight just takes easy wins, and I can tell you this singles matchup is going to be not easy for Rick Knight whatsoever. Taking on King Marcus Anderson and a frustrated King Marcus Anderson. So that's the first match that has been announced for Day of the Dead. Next matchup, we have Cali's Best, Jay Cruz. I believe this is for the title, taking on Big John Henry. This is just following what happened at Natural Selection. Again, Jay Cruz was questioning Big John for leaving the tag team match. So Dr. Steve made it official. Now we have Jay Cruz taking on Big John Henry at Day of the Dead. Dia de los Muertos, October 24th. Starts at 2 p.m. We are going to be streaming. So please, if you're on YouTube, make sure you have the notification bell. That way you're notified for all our streams. Facebook, just make sure you have your reminders on. Any social media, just go out there and try to plug us. Make sure you have your reminders on. Any social media, just go out there and try to plug us. Instagram, Twitter, the whole 9 yards. And And for that, episode 4, I am going to introduce my guest for this episode of Front and Center. And that is your Potato Bowl champion, none other than Cali's best, Jay Bruce.
What up, champ?
I got my belt.
You never forget.
Do you sleep with that? I don't know. I don't want to know.
Nice name. It's all a nice name.
Well, you know the rules of Front and Center. There's only one. I don't touch you, and you don't touch me, unless you want a pink slip.
Who made that rule?
That was Dr. Steve. Trust me, it's not fun for me either.
Yes, it's supposed to too.
Well, I don't.
Yes, it's supposed to too.
Well, I don't. I can't really move in this. So
That's all you wear.
all right. So welcome to Front and Center. How?
And now I'm ready to fight whoever's next. Selection, pick up the W, but not the way I wanted to. I mean, I like to fight for my wins, and the fact that Big John walked out,
You work out and you get that super pump, and then you just
you get that pump, and all of a sudden he's gone, and it's like, okay,
yeah. I mean, I would say that's fair. Something that I would respect. I mean, if all right. So Front and Center, mostly our time frame is usually. What does it mean for you to be the Potato Bowl champion personally and professionally? And this is straight out of Brian Westcott's mouth.
well, Brian Westcott, you know, outside of this, big wrestling fans L7 and that guy. That's why I'm the way I am. Professionally, it wasn't a question. Coming in, where did I start? Heavyweight championship. So coming in, already knew I came here to win titles, and that's what I'm doing.
Anniversary, right?
Yep. Thanks to my manager. But we don't talk about that. So W on my record book. So
Well, I do.
easy wins. That was a hard fought
That
battle.
was a hard-
That was a hard W.
All right, and yeah, you could right
Somewhere around there. But
be a highlight for you. What would you consider to be your main highlight of last year, especially considering that was your rookie year?
so my biggest highlight besides winning Rookie of the Year, besides winning this, he's been a thorn in my side since coming here. And then to be able to just go war with him, and then you be able to still
The whole week, I told him do not accept career whatsoever, and I did. I tried to stop her whatsoever, and I tried to stop that match. And if I recall, you gave me a wasteland on a ladder.
yeah, another in my career.
That was the darkest day of wrestling. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Don't want that pink slip yet?
I don't want to be in Hickman's position right now. So next question, number 3: has COVID stopped you from learning this year?
See, that's the thing. COVID stopped me from training for a little while, stopped me from doing a lot of my normal everyday stuff. But the best in the business, go back and watch film. Watch how they can improve. Watch the mistakes they made even as a rookie. Even my first match against you, I watched and saw how I can improve. And I'm not that, fresh green kid anymore. So I'm pretty sure if me and you face one-on-one again, it might be a different story.
Might happen. You never know with this new general manager.
Yeah, hopefully, get the fans what they want.
And speaking of that, I've been seeing you at practice and whatnot. And I've overheard that you're doing a CrossFit now. Is that correct?
Yeah, actually. After my rookie year, I was like, okay, I need to take that next step to be better than everybody else still. And despite being the bad guy, I still train hard. So I started doing CrossFit. A lot of the big WWE stars do CrossFit. Seth Rollins, the big CrossFit guy. So I decided to step up and try it out and doing it now. I'm actually becoming a CrossFit coach for all my Cali people out there. If you need a coach, Cali's best guy. So yeah, CrossFit's doing me really well.
I've been seeing you doing moonsaults too, like from the top rope.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, thanks to the CrossFit, I'm bigger, stronger, faster, more cardio than I have before. I can move from mid rope, top rope, even from the floor. Can't land on my feet from the floor, but sure as heck put all my weight on you.
Yeah, no, no, thank you on that. We got that needs. All right, question number 4. I watched 100, and you basically cheated to beat Kiki the Hidden Gem Starling. How can you be called a champion?
That's easy. When people look back on history, they're gonna see Cali's best beat Kiki Starling to remain the attainable champion. Patriots don't have an asterisk next to my name because they, deflated some balls and was one. Our records will show Cali's best won, Kiki Starling lost, and last time I checked, because she lost to me, she has to take a little hiatus now. So yours truly probably retired too, people.
So if you're saying that there's an asterisk, I feel like you're kind of like the Tom Brady when they faced the Raiders in the playoffs, and he created the tuck rule. So are you creating a new rule like the Jay Cruz rule?
You can call it what you want to. All I know is that W still got my name.
Yeah, there should be an asterisk because I saw you tuck in that belt and then you went running out that ring.
Oh.
But hopefully Kiki Starling will come back because I felt that was I think everybody saw it. I would say it's not a solid W, but a W nonetheless. Next question. Are you wrestling at Dia de los Muertos, which I kind of, Dr. Steve told us earlier that you will be facing um, Big John Henry. My question is, was it Dr. Steve that made this a title match, or did you put the title on the
No, I didn't put the title online. What has Big John done to earn a title shot? He walked out, attacked the belts. He hasn't won a match in you know how long. Because of him. I think his win-loss record is like 2 wins with 100 losses. He's done nothing to earn a title shot, so that wasn't me to put the belt on line. But he is going to find out what happens when you cross the big bad guys, the Royal Aces of Wrestle Club. Because he walked out on my partner, the King, Marcus Anderson, he's going to get Cali's best, and he's going to get the best hands of Wrestle Club come the 24th.
So in that matchup, in that tag team matchup, it seemed to me that you and King didn't even want to exchange strikes or anything. Was that your guys' game plan there? Did you guys have that tag team history?
No, actually, it wasn't because I didn't know I was going to face him. I got booked for a tag match. I came out, and King was in the ring. But him being my partner and me being his partner, we know each other pretty well. So we knew that no matter what, we weren't going to touch each other. We weren't going to face off. We weren't going to fight. I think we had one exchange in the beginning. I lost rock, paper, scissors twice. Off. We weren't going to fight. I think we had one exchange in the beginning. I lost rock, paper, scissors twice. It's fine. He got the 2 count on me, which is fine. And then Big John started attacking from behind. So it's all good. But no, me and King, we're partners. We're not going to face each other.
And then later on in the matchup, you actually helped King, right? Get up and bring him to the back.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, he got walked off by his partner. And I reminded him who his true partner is. That's Cali's best, Jay Cruz. And that he should never tag with Big John because Royal Ace is going to be after tag belts. Your tag belts. So, he should have never tagged with Big John. It should have been Royal Aces versus John and Knight. However that would have turned out, John probably still would have walked out because that's how John is.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll never find out. All right. Next question. How long have you been the Potato Bowl champion?
Like I said, I think it's been about over 380 days, somewhere around there. It's well over a year though. I won it at our 4-year anniversary last year, and we just celebrated our 5-year anniversary with our 100th episode. And then now we're going to my 2-year anniversary going into this event. So, yeah, well over 380 days, I would say.
Yeah, and if anybody out there wants to know the stats of Wrestle Club, I strongly advise you guys to hit up cagematch.net. It shows every event, every results. It shows how long people have been a champion here at Wrestle Club. So again, that website is cagematch.net. All right, next match at number 7. How close were you from not being Rookie of the Year in 2019?
That's a good question because it wasn't even a competition. Who was my competition? We got Anunnaki, probably wrestled 3 or 4 times in the whole time. We got Eddie Vice, which credit where credit is due, you know, a lot of charisma. People love the rock star, the whole gimmick and everything like that. But when it came down to it, shaved his head, threw him out the ring, and beat him like 3 times. So really, when it came down to it, I won the belt, shaved the other rookie's head, and the other rookie just wasn't even around. So no competition. Kind of best to win it.
Yeah, I would say you sealed the deal at that 4-year anniversary being the Outlaw for that potential belt, which we still hold today. All right, next question. Number 8, what is your advice for any rookies or future potential wrestlers?
Don't step in the ring with me. I'm looking at anybody that wants to come out and wrestle. Don't face me. Face him. Don't face me.
Oh, no, you don't want to face me.
Face Outlaw. Actually, no, better yet, start with Bronco. You might actually pick up a win. Start with him. Start with Mega Mosca. Might pick up a win with him too. That's it. Don't go with okay, those tag Mega Mosca.
I mean, on occasion.
Okay, if you got a tag team coming in, face them. You might pick up a win. Okay, they're low tier. Don't face the high tier right away. You're not Cali's best. You can't do that.
All right. Next question. How do you feel about having a new general manager?
Oh, Dr. Steve, new general manager. Congratulations, Dr. Steve. Very happy for you. About time you can stop being stepped all over. I've seen you. Just don't get in my way. As long as it doesn't get in my way, I won't get in his way.
Yep, I guess it's yet to be seen, but we're going to see how Dr. Steve is going to be running things. Last question. Hollywood Hickman made a surprise appearance at Resolution. Will we see him again?
That's to be seen. I keep in contact with Hollywood Hickman. He hasn't told me anything yet, so I'm pretty sure he's keeping it, close to the chest. Maybe he might make a surprise, maybe not. But all I know is that when he makes his comeback, Hollywood Enterprises is back. We are going to the tag team champions. I don't care if it's Royal Aces, Hollywood Enterprises. I want those belts.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see. What would you think? Is it 50-50? 70% he might come back? Are you just in the dark? What's happening?
I would say left in the dark.
All right. Well, that is where you're going to leave us at. Cali's best, Jay Cruz. You're going to leave us in the dark. I guess we're going to all have to watch the events and see what happens. But we all know what happened at Resolution. And this is. Do you have any plugs before we leave? Any social media outlets? Or
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Jay Cruz 8. And then I also have a Facebook. So follow me on Facebook and Instagram if you want to. If you don't, I don't really care. I'm not here for the fans. I'm here to wear belts. But on top of that, all my California people out there, I got merch coming out for all my Cali people. And then other than that, just keep watching. Cali's best will keep winning.
All right, and this is going to wrap up episode 4. Please, again, subscribe to YouTube, hit that notification bell, Facebook PM, Dia of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, and our next episode is going to have a very special guest, and it's honestly going to be one of you guys watching. So, stay tuned for the next episode. Front and center, this is Cali's best, Jay Cruz. I'm the Lost Soul Garibay. Thank you all for watching.